You're back. I knew you'd come back. Well, today's episode is very different from our usual ones, so buckle up, ladies and gentlemen and everybody else, for the latest episode of Scooch Ovaries! Scooch over.
Hey, can you scooch over?
You want me to scooch over?
Just a little bit. Scooch.
Scooch?
Scooch.
Scooch. Scooch Ovaries! Robin, we've often said this is a very special episode of Scooch Ovaries, but I kind of think every episode is special.
Yeah, and I feel like that's hyping it up for us to like say something personal. It's just kind of off the beaten path than what we normally do.
Yeah, we're trying something different. So, Robin, I'm going to throw to you.
So I listen to a lot of podcasts. As much as I don't watch movies or television shows and just this one talks and I just have a blank stare, I do consume a lot of content. It's just in podcast form. And I like the podcasts that read the Reddit stories. And if you don't know what Reddit is, it's kind of like an old school website that, what was what they used to do? What was it called? The bulletin
Forums.
boards? Yeah, kind of like a full forum or a bulletin board.
Yeah.
And you would just post one thing and then people would just, and it's not particularly pretty. It's just mostly words and writing. And there's things like, am I the asshole? Where like if something happens in your daily life and you're like, man, did I do that right? And then you think, well, if I ask my friends, they're just going to side with me. Or if I ask, the friends of the person I wronged, they're just going to side with them. Like I just want kind of a fair and balanced perspective. And so you put it onto Reddit and then you let kind of the people of the internet decide if you're in the right or the wrong.
It's a very bad idea.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of tricky because sometimes I feel like it depends on if you're a reliable, unreliable narrative. So like if you and I got in a fight,
right.
I might be like, I did this out of the goodness of my heart. And I don't know why she's mad. And that's not really what happened. What happened was I did something kind of assholey to you. So it's all kind of unreliable. And sometimes I don't know that they're 100% true. I mean, it's a forum. Anyone can write on it. But I think they're quite entertaining. And so there's threads of, am I the asshole? Am I overreacting? Kind of the same thing. Something happens and you're like, boy, I did a big emotion, but was I right? Am I overreacting? Am I underreacting? There's another one called like True Off My Chest, where it's just people confessing like they did something and they just feel like they just need to get it off their chest. So instead of like going to people in their personal lives, they will go and just put it on the internet. And recently there's something which I find kind of funny. It's called Girl Dinner Diaries. And it's people post pictures of what they're eating. And then on top of that, they kind of just put like a little snippet, a little diary of what's happened. And, some are easy and fun. Some are like, oh, hey, I just got a promotion. And then they have like, whatever they're eating. Maybe it's Oreo cookies and whatever. Some people might have some real big problems and some real things, I'm contemplating getting a divorce. And then they kind of show what they're eating. And I think it's funny because it's kind of a juxtaposition of what's going on in your head and what's physically going on before you. So I thought what we would do, I found one that was kind of medium. It was not too long, but we will, I'll read it, we'll discuss it, and then we'll see what some of the people who commented say. Just a few things for Redditors. Sometimes it's a little bit hard because you're reading and you're trying to get the person who you're reading's perspective. So anytime you say OP, that means the original poster.
Oh, okay.
So instead of like I, she, blah, 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 it gets kind of confusing. So a lot of times if you see or hear someone reading Reddit stories and they say OP, it means original poster, just because it's a little bit easier to kind of follow along with the story.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Can I add one thing?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Not really add, but ask a question. There's a column in the New York Times Magazine section, or sometimes it's in the opinion, I think. No, it's in the magazine. It's called The Ethicist. Anyway, it's dilemmas, and it's usually based on ethics. Oh. So it's almost a philosophical column where someone will write, this happened, I feel this way, but they feel this way. who's right kind of
Yes.
thing. And it's fascinating because they're really trying to be objective.
Oh,
And
it
it's
is.
fun. So it sounds like something, but this is more for an entertainment purposes, as that is as well. But that has more of a here's a way to look at it that's completely
Yeah.
it's completely not subjective. It's completely objective. I'm an outside party.
Yes.
Here's how I see it. So it sounds like that's what they're trying to do here. But I feel like Reddit's more for entertainment purposes. Am I right about that, or are people using it?
Oh, it's all for entertainment
Okay.
purposes. But I think it's interesting because sometimes there really are, when you have interpersonal relationships, I've done it a million times to be like, this is how I handled it, but oh my gosh, did I handle it right? And if I were to call my mom, she'd be like, honey, I understand. And I'm like, no, but you're taking my side. I want someone to not take my side. So, I mean, strangers on the internet,
Yeah, well, this
they
is how
don't
we-
give a shit about you.
This is how we differ because I always want people to be on my side. It's that old meme where it says, so here's what happened. So you were minding your own business. Like that's an old meme because we do that at work a lot. So you were minding your own business. That's right. And then, we do that a lot because it's kind of like a mafia thing, a loyalty thing, but it's also a New York thing. It's also kind of an asshole thing because we should all try our best to be the best version of ourselves, and taking a side doesn't always
Yeah.
help people.
Sometimes I consume a lot of this content, and sometimes like the people who the anonymous people on the internet, they have a really unique perspective. And so sometimes people, even if they try to write themselves, they're like, oh man, I really did mess up. Like I need to rethink that. I need to apologize to the person. Or sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes they're like, oh, you underreacted. Like you need to leave, get out of that situation, or, apologize to the person.
Well, this sounds like a fun little exercise for us. I wonder how it's going to turn out.
But then again, this is not Am I the Asshole? This is Girl Dinner Diaries. So we have a picture of the food, and then you have the problem, and then they explain the food. So and remember, when I say OP, it means the original poster. It's the person who is telling the story. So I will start with the first one. The title of this is Coworker Texted Me About Me.
Ooh.
I'll start off. This was a few months ago. I no longer work there, thank God. I just still get pissed about this story and thought Reddit would enjoy it. I walked into a room after clocking in and said 3 sentences. Good morning, a 3-word life update, and I'm going to do blank, like the thing she was assigned to do.
Mm-hmm.
I walked out and got a text from one of the coworkers who was in that room, and it read as follows. OP already started with her annoying ass shit. So then this is OP saying, absolutely not. I walked right back in there and not so gently informed him he had just sent that text to the wrong person. He went wide-eyed and started insisting he didn't mean it. He was just in a bad mood this morning. Blah, blah, blah. I stormed out dramatically to go do the thing I was going to do. He texted me, begging me to come back. I did, and let him do the whole song and dance of apologizing and hugging me. Edit. Only because he just went for it. I didn't want him to hug me. Just so it would be over and it'd get resolved. I moved on, but I never forgot. And then it says, honey garlic pork belly with Vietnamese udon. It's explaining the picture.
There's a pretty food picture that goes with it.
Okay, so what do you think about that? So he accidentally texts the wrong person, and I mean, again, we have to take this all with a grain of salt and say like the person who's narrating gave us the truth. But I don't think even if he was a bad mood and she was super perky, she didn't do the thing that we've talked about where you say too much. I mean, if it was 3 sentences like, hey, good morning, feeling way better. I'm off to do some filing. Is that really that annoying?
It's not. And here's the thing. His statement makes it clear that there have been prior conversations. People know what her shit means. She's starting her shit. So this is something that has been established with whoever he was texting. It could be one person, and maybe there's 5 people who were in on this particular gossip table or whatever you'd call it. They've discussed her behavior before, and now her mere existence brings back all the annoying things that they don't like about her. So he's like, oh, she's already starting. She literally walked in and said good morning. She didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Objectively, she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. And again, we're taking this all on face value. So if she just said 3 sentences, I mean, that was pretty shitty. I mean, I feel like with those people, you can't win because she literally didn't do anything offensive. I can understand if
she came in and said, I hate this group of people. Like if she was super racist or like just rude to the people in the room or smelled bad.
Or started, with the gossip or, what, there are times where I don't really like talking about work, even at work. So there are times, I work from home now, when I was working at an office and like I would go into a lunchroom or something and people would be like, can you believe these callers? I'm like, we're not on the phone. We don't have to talk about that. But that's just me kind of being a bitch.
You're not the typical office worker either.
Yeah. So we can hear some comments if you guys want to hear some
What do you think, though? Is that what you think?
Again, because I'm hearing it from one perspective, I feel like I agree. I feel like they didn't like her to begin with.
Yeah.
And she literally couldn't have done anything. Because if she would have just walked by them, they would have been like, oh, who's being all stuck up, Miss Thing, and I, I'm kind of glad he was put in his place because he knew what he did was wrong. If he was like apologizing and then hugged her, some comments are. So then when I read the comments, these are what just strangers off the internet put on there.
Thoughtful people.
Yeah. Someone, Chaos B. Hersher wrote, hugging. Ooh, absolutely not. Getting hugged by a backstabber.
Well, that's someone with a problem with hugging.
Well,
also.
I think they were saying, because I think he was trying to overcompensate. Like, I'm so embarrassed. Please let me hug you. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Oh, yeah. And he's going to go right back to talking about her. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if he hugs her or apologizes or cries or whatever. He's going to go right back to doing it. As Austin Powers, the bald guy from Austin Powers video just went by.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this. I feel like she was mad at you for some unrelated topic, and she had also recently watched Mean Girls. Oh, I was thinking the person.
I thought it was a guy.
I thought it was a guy too. Maybe they didn't.
Oh, look at us misgendering people, or maybe they're misgendering.
I think they misgendered it. I had a similar experience. Was playing a drinking game with a friend, and she pulled the card, plays drinking game for glory about me, and was mostly confused. I had never played a drinking game before. And only ever did, and that friend begged me because I hate drinking games. That did not make sense whatsoever.
No, but if I may also bring up the fact that we have all literally been in the place where we have texted the wrong person. It is the worst feeling ever. So he was not only upset about getting caught, he was upset that he did that, and he's going to be really careful going forward. So that's how you know he definitely will keep gossiping because he will be more careful when he texts in the future. He will double and triple check the name when he sends it.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like it. I don't think what she did was all that bad. See, some people like they have like, oh, this happened to me, and then their story is longer
than the original poster.
Yeah. Oh,
I like that though. That's fun that people put a dilemma up and then other people comment on it.
That's kind of the whole thing on that. Someone wrote, girl, that udon looks bomb. Can I have the recipe, please?
Oh, there you go. She's deflecting.
Yeah, she didn't even read that.
She's deflecting, which is a method used by many when dealing with uncomfortable situations. They're so long, these responses.
Yeah, let me try this one. Oh my God. This happened to me 2 months ago.
Oh God.
I had been managing a team of like 35 healthcare providers. I'm one myself. And fucking hated it. It wasn't until I got the text about me from one of my team after a meeting, and I was nervous about that. So I just thought, fuck this. I quit as manager within a few weeks, and I'm actually leaving the organization altogether on Tuesday. A real wake-up call. I'm so sorry it happened to you, Queen. So, yeah. So it's
if we can remember, these are people getting caught. It's happening and people aren't getting caught.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking shit. It's exhausting.
Sorry.
I mean, I do it too, but still.
I'm trying to see if there's any. Maybe
I'm
next time I'll
honest
have
about
to. Is there any kind of update? The best revenge, even if it's harder, I'm extremely not immune to the urge to be petty in situations like that. Here's one. I accidentally texted the real estate agent instead of my mom when thinking about putting an offer on an apartment. Still not quite sure I did that, but fuck, it haunts me. I feel like that. Like the real estate agent probably hasn't even thought about that for a very long time.
Like, I guess they texted the wrong person. It's pretty funny. That's pretty awesome. Oh no, we've all done it. You just gotta, I don't know. We've all been on both sides of this. That's the thing. Haven't we at this age? This time in our life, we've all been on both sides of it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just kind of hate people for, maybe she was too perky. Maybe everyone was kind of a curmudgeon and, we don't know. Maybe she's a little bit older than the rest of the people working there. For whatever reason, she did not have the respect of her coworkers.
She did not, but it sounds like, it's not the first conversation. Like I said before, they've done it before. If he can write, she's starting her shit already. They've established what her shit is.
That's a really good point. I wouldn't have picked that up. But you're right. If they say she started her shit, that's not like a fresh message. There's been stuff.
They've got a basket of what the shit is.
Yeah.
And it's fully decorated. They know exactly what they're saying about this person.
I have one more good update, and then we can go on to the next thing.
Okay.
This is a comment from, just a commenter. When I was younger, I sent my mom a message that was meant for my boyfriend at the time.
No.
Why do I always send you naked pics, but you never send me any? When I realized what I did, I almost threw up. My mom just replied, "Don't send naked pictures of yourself to people," and we never talked about it again.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that would immediately, I would want to just drink some sort of memory bleach to I don't know that I would bring it up. Like I would address it and then be like, I did not. So
no, this guy or whoever in the office who said she started her shit again, I wonder how many people he was texting, but I guess it was just one person. I just feel like there's a crew.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of thought maybe it was meant for a group text, and for some reason he just accidentally texted her. But good for her for calling it out, because I think had she not called it out, he would have eventually, had it not been right then, maybe like a day later or 3 hours later, there would have been a time he went back through his messages and been like, oh shit. And then I think he probably would have been more apologetic, like, hey, sorry, or I wonder, did she see? But for her to go back and like call him out to her face, like, what? But you're right. Hopefully he won't do that again. Or he'll probably do it again, but he'll make sure he's got the right people in the group.
He's definitely going to double check.
Yeah.
Going forward. And you know what? Fuck these people. That's what I say. Fuck them. She's better than that. She doesn't, first of all, she's strong enough to have said, hey, which is one of the goals, which is what I actually do now when I get a text that I know it's not for me. I'm like, I don't think that was for me.
Yeah.
And it's never anything like, Mary's so annoying. It's like, I'm going to pick up shoes on the way. I'm like, I don't know what that's about. Do you need lettuce? I'm like, no. I have diarrhea just because of my surgery. I don't need any lettuce.
But the thing is, the reason, he put her name in there, so he couldn't even get out of it. Even if he were to be like, Little Miss Sunshine came in, he could, there's like plausible deniability. He could be like, oh no, I was talking about my niece. Yeah, honestly, she could have taken that and marched right to HR and been like, hey, this is what I had. So I think that's what scared him, because he was like, oh, I didn't just insult her. I put my job in jeopardy. Because depending on HR would have fired them and been like, oh, this is a hostile work environment. You need to be let go.
I love that you think that. My experience with HR has always been HR is there to protect the company, not the employee. And then you're going to have to go back and document it and get some due diligence done and really get some witnesses and stuff. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to get a new job. That's what I did when I had bad experiences at work. When I would try to go to HR, it always turned out, but that's in government jobs. They really are there to protect
But if you go, I think it depends on how you do this. Again, I'm on the internet way too much. If you go in there and say, hey, I feel like I'm in a hostile work environment.
That should be it.
Don't go in there and say, like, this hurt my feelings. He shouldn't have said this.
Oh, no.
Be like, I'm working in a hostile work environment. I had a coworker who just gave this to me while I was trying. And I think that would get more eyes on it, or even like send it to your manager, send it to email, CC him on that. I mean, honestly, she kind of let him off the hook. That number one, she confronted him, and number two, she ended up quitting. I mean, she could have really again, if it was taking at face value, she could have really kind of messed up his. I'm assuming he still works there and she doesn't. Yeah. So fuck him.
She's gone. So really the takeaway from this is double and triple check who you're sending a text to every time you send a text.
Oh yeah. Especially if it's a smack talk.
Yeah.
You know, like if it's just like you're saying, if it's just kind of like, hey, I'm at Publix, does anyone need any milk? I mean, that's one thing. But if it's just like, girl, you see who came in? Because I can almost see the thought process. Like, you know, you're looking at Sally, and so you hit like Sally. Oh, Sally just did.
We're not going to tell you not to gossip because we're realistic.
Oh, gosh.
I know you're going to talk shit.
I mean, everyone talks shit.
Everybody talks shit. Life's too short. Talk some shit because if it gets a laugh, it's worth it. And comedy has to be dangerous for it to be really funny.
Don't you agree? Yeah, that is true.
Watch what you say. Watch what you're texting. Text whatever the fuck you want. Watch who you're texting it to, and nicknames. You know, medical advice will be next week. No, don't listen to us about medical advice.
Well, so how did you like our first Reddit experience?
Oh, I loved it. I related to every part of it and found a way to make it about me. So,
no, that's what it's about. And maybe, and we want your comments. We want your feedback. We could do "Am I the asshole?" Like I say, the thing that just makes me laugh is, and some are really long and some are really into it, and then at the very end, it's like, you know, charred cube steak with green beans.
I love it. Korean beef with scallions and white rice. Yeah. I think I'm going to retire. Is it too soon? Spaghetti. I would totally. I'm down because I take pictures of everything I actually cook because I'm like, this should be documented. I do, and I send it to people. It's like, look, I'm not eating fast food. Look at me.
It's delicious. I went out with someone to eat to someone. Who was it? Was it you?
What?
And before we ate, they're like, no, we have to take a picture of the food first.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm so hungry.
No, take a picture. No, I've been doing that a lot lately.
Oh, have you? Take a picture like when you go out to eat?
Yeah, and I can show you half a dozen pictures of things you'll want right now because, I mean, it's asabuco. It's good stuff.
This word.
Oh, it's a big word. Asabuco is lamb or I want to say pork, but it's like a Fred Flintstone drumstick.
Oh, okay.
And it's got this delicious savory brown gravy on it, and they put mashed potatoes on it. I got it at Taverna Toscana. Fabio from Top Chef fame opened a restaurant in Bradenton because, I don't know, I guess he lost a bet. I'm not sure what happened there.
Oh.
And why would he open a restaurant in downtown Bradenton? But it's amazing.
I think Sarasota is kind of chic, but Bradenton is
it's by the bus station. It's amazing food. I'm not kidding. It's by the bus station. And I got that. And Moggy got, is it branzoni, the fish that they debone at the table?
Oh, I think you're right.
So they didn't do that there. It was already done. But if you watched Hacks, you know the famous line, because they were eating food. The writer's table got together and ordered food. Mm-hmm. And Hannah Einbinder came in. Her character was angry. Who ordered branzoni? Who's Mrs. Table? That's for the table. Which is what she said. It doesn't travel. And she threw it out the window. It was very funny. One of my favorite scenes. And Max got this like tomato-based risotto, I want to say.
Oh, that sounds good.
Or orzo over with
like the tiny little itty bitty rice,
little pastas, and creamy, wonderful with tomato, but also chunks of filet mignon on top of it. What?
Oh my God, that
we'll go there
amazing.
Someday. Look,
where's that at?
It's downtown Bradenton. So,
do you remember the name?
Taverna,
okay. Toscana. Okay, like zuppa Toscana. That's like a soup.
Yes. But so what we'll do is we'll save up, or I'll crack open my 401k. I don't have a 401k. And we'll go sometime and we won't get drinks because it's expensive. Margaret got a dirty martini.
Oh, okay.
And she said, make it filthy. So I just said, you want a sip? I said, no, I'm not going to drink. She said, what's it going to give you cancer? And we all laughed. And I had a sip and it tasted like olive juice.
I had a dirty martini one time. I think we went out and you had a dirty martini.
did.
I had like,
Cheesecake Factory.
yeah, and I had, it was another frou-frou drink. It had like the mint and the limes and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And then I went elsewhere after that and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to try a dirty martini. That's what Mare had. And it tasted like I was drinking ocean water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That could be, it could be that way because it's so salty.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't enjoy it. Like if you're really like salt, but it tasted like they went out back and dipped it in the ocean. And I was like, here you go, man.
You should taste the olive or the pickle juice.
Oh, pickle would be
specifically.
good.
Yeah, I like pickle juice better. Personally, I put pickle juice in macaroni salad, potato salad, and pasta salads, and tuna salad. When I make it, I do a splash of pickle juice because I feel like I should have been brined at birth. I fucking I love that deliciousness. So, a commercial for Taverna Toscano, introduced to me by my friend Donna. Hi, Donna. She took me there for my birthday. It was awesome. And that time I got Italian sausage with the funny little pasta I can't pronounce. It looks like little ears.
Gnocchi.
Not gnocchi, but it was the other one. I think it starts with a C, but it looks like little tiny ears.
Oh.
Funny little shape. And it had sausage and just a lovely, I don't know, oil-based sauce.
That sounds delicious.
It was good stuff. Look, I could talk about food all day. I'm going to show you some pictures of food, though. And then when we do the Reddit, we can put like, Ossobuco,
Yeah. Again, we don't really have to put the pictures because we're just reading the story.
Oh, it's funny. It took Robin about 2 hours to explain to me what this episode was going to be. I'm like, what? We're filming for Reddit? No, Mary. No, we're going to read the
She's
story.
like, I can make some. And I was like, we don't necessarily have to like put
I have spaghetti
our
right
picture.
now. We can take a picture. She's like, that's not what.
No, it's just podcasts. You read Reddit stories and you talk about it, but this one's funny because then they have it and they describe it. And she's like, well, what do we have in our kitchen? We're not. then I text something. Mary is driving me crazy right now. Oh, sorry, Mary. I didn't mean to send that to you. Whoops.
Sorry. I forwarded that to you and said, Robin's starting her shit. Back at me.
She still doesn't understand how these fucking pictures work. Oh, sorry. And I'm in your house. Double sorry. No.
It's like you were explaining the rules to a card game. I don't know what happened. My brain shut off. Yeah. But now I understand it because we did it.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
You want us to do this again, you guys? You let us know.
Or if you're like, you know what? There's 1,000,001 Reddit story podcasts. Why don't Mary and Robin do Mary and Robin? We can do that. Or we can splash this in every now and again. It's kind of fun.
Yeah. Because we're going to rip off every podcast format until we find the one that sticks. You guys good with that? Everything old is new again. Everything's been done already. Reinventing the wheel. Bibbidi bop bop.
Next podcast, we are going to just jump on the manosphere and talk how bitches be crazy. So,
this was my last episode. I'm so sad. Are you in the brogarchy?
Brogarchy.
I can't even pronounce it.
I'm just being silly.
She's being silly.
I'm being silly, guys. We're not going to do that.
No, we'll do whatever we do. Tune in and find out because we'll be as surprised as you are. And yeah.
Do you want to do a segment that didn't make it as a segment?
Yeah, because I was about to sign off, but we should do a segment that didn't make it as a segment.
Okay, this is mine. I just sort of thought about that when you were talking about food. My segment that didn't make it as a segment is what happens when shepherd's pie doesn't contain sheep. Can't talk about it.
I have words to say and I can't say them. Mine is a 2-for-1, and they're both about exercise equipment because you know how obsessed I am with exercise.
She loves her some exercise equipment.
I do not. Although I got something new recently, and thank you again, Donna, if I may. Thank you, Donna. She got me something very cool. Okay, here's mine. I don't like the way they're naming exercise equipment. I think treadmills should be called conveyor belt for your feet.
Oh.
And I think elliptical machines should be called mock skiing. Don't discuss.
Don't discuss. That's very good, though.
Thank you. She's very kind. That's not that good.
All righty. I guess this
Shall we
concludes
go?
our very first Reddit episode of Scooch Ovaries.
Scooch over.
Hey, can you scooch over?
You want me to scooch over?
Just a little bit. Scooch.
Scooch?
Scooch.
Scooch. Scooch ovaries.